Now that I recognize I'm sad, I don't cry often, but when I'm triggered, and normally when I'm triggered, and I skip that part because one of my onion layers was lack, and that's what triggers it. So it go from like, okay, that whole situation, then that's like a reason for them to be like, oh, we not gonna support her. Oh, we don't ask her if she need anything. Oh, we don't ask her if she got everything she need. Oh, they don't ask a damn thing. They don't care. And when I do ask, I know I'm getting on their nerves or whatever. I know it. I know they don't want to. I know they want to say no. I do. But there's no one else to ask. And so that brings the question, does that mean that I don't trust God? I don't think so. I don't think so. But then there's a certain part of me that feels like, don't ask them. See how long you can go without asking them for anything, no matter if you don't have any food. But like today, I've been fighting a migraine for 2 days. I've took the first two pills that I had. I took one yesterday and I took one today, and it didn't knock it out, and it came back full force. I asked my sister if she had any of them because I got them from her. She didn't have any. That just made me cry even more, which I had to stop crying because that made my headache even worse, right? So then my nephew was going to the store, and I hate to ask. I really do. I hate to ask. But I understand now that it's because I hate to be a bother. I learned that trait from being raised by a narcissistic mother because I've been the scapegoat. I was the scapegoat for a baby that wasn't even mine. That was me at 13, and I got a journal to prove it. But when I bring it up, it's like, no, that didn't happen. It did happen. I wrote it. But that's my whole life in a nutshell. The stage was set at 13 years old. I wrote about it, but I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, why I got to take care of the baby? Why I'm responsible? Why I got to get up when she crying? I didn't have this baby. I think I actually wrote at 13 years old in my journal, I didn't fuck for this baby. I think I did write that. I had to be real pissed because I knew people read my journal, but I also knew I was going to get my feelings out. So don't be me. Don't be 46 and just now understanding, overstanding, and understanding your purpose in this life. And it is not to not be loved unconditionally. That is not. That's not it. Okay, that is not it. You deserve to be loved and supported and be loyal to and be nurtured by everybody in your circle. Everybody. And if they are not, my darling, please change your circle quick, fast, and in a hurry. That means friends, that means family members, that means lovers, that means your job. Actually, you shouldn't even be working for nobody. God didn't put us down here to work for anybody. He would put us down here to work for ourselves and to camaraderie with each other on a barter system and enjoy this planet and all that it has to offer without leaving it better than the way we came. That's what we're here for. And I am so trying to do that, but let me tell y'all, it's difficult when you've been trapped in one spot. And I'm going to say trapped because that's what it feels like at this moment. It feels like I'm trapped. I know it's an illusion. I understand that. But it feels like I'm trapped. It feels like I am trapped because my brain, my mind and my brain, so both of them want to come out, can't conceive of how to get myself out of this without compromising my spiritual journey. Meaning, I can easily take my degree and go back to corporate America. But corporate America is faltering right now. And I don't want to work for corporate America. I've already given 40 of my years I started in corporate America when I was 19 years old. I do not want to give anymore to the machine, to the matrix. I want to do something that is fulfilling for me. And this is literally what I do. I'm just giving y'all this piece of me, but there's so many other things that I'm going to bring. But me talking to y'all like this is how I talk to everybody that I love, that I cherished, that I wanted their input in, that I wanted their opinion. Now I don't want nobody's opinion unless I ask, because you know what, opinions are just like assholes. Everybody has one, and people that give you their opinion ain't always in your best interest. I learned that the hard way. So take everybody's opinion with a grain of salt. Lesson number 2. I don't know which none was number 1. Recognize your sadness. I don't know. But I'm still healing. I'm still healing. And on this healing process, I'm relearning myself. Like I feel like a baby. I feel like a baby doll. And I feel like I'm on wobbly legs. These spiritually wobbly legs. As far as, because I'm always going to do the right thing, or try to do the right thing. I'm not perfect though. But spiritually, knowing who I am and knowing what was done to me, that's the part that I'm having a difficult time with. Knowing what was done to me, knowing the malicious intent, knowing they were trying to kill me, knowing they were trying to steal my spiritual gifts, knowing they were trying to steal my inheritance, knowing they were trying to steal my abundance, knowing they were trying to steal my children. They stole my womb, y'all. But God said everything that was taken is going to be given back to me tenfold. And I gotta believe it. There's no room in my heart or in my mind or in my soul not to believe it, because everything I went through, knowing that there's another side, I deserve all of it. And I will not be made to feel guilty when God blesses me, because I know it's coming. So if you're watching this, yours is coming too. I don't know when, girl. If I could tell you when for yours, I'd be able to tell me mine. But I've been here since right before COVID hit. Actually, I've been here since 2016. And right before COVID hit, I lost my job. Then I had to relinquish my car. I actually made a big girl decision and called them and explained, like, I got to get the car up, blah, 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 blah. Last time, I made them hunt that thing down, literally. But I understood my assignment when I lost my job. I understood it. I understood God had a purpose and a plan and a reason for everything. And there was no way for me to just keep. I was killing myself working Lyft, trying to pay for a $400 or $500 car note with $200 insurance. Yeah. It wasn't worth it. That's why I had to make the big girl decision. And you may be faced with things like that right now. And my darling, don't do what I did. I know something's bigger and better that's coming. I know it. I know it. I believe it. Even though I know the people around me are judging me based upon what they see. I just had an enlightening conversation with someone that doesn't live in the house, and she just told me everything, pretty much. I literally don't even, like, I'm not ashamed to say, account in the negative. I just got $20 from my nephew to go buy some food. And he gave me a couple of nuggets. And he just bought me the goodie powders. So pray tell why. And I stay out the way, literally. I'm not in the kitchen cooking like I used to be. I used to be freezing stuff and everything, but I've been limited for a minute now. I stay out the way, but they will still find a reason. And I understand. I understand that. That's why I'm like, God, why am I still here? Because I needed to feel sadness so I can grieve. When I went to Costa Rica, the lady told me I went to a yoga retreat and she was a herbalist and did this thing with a magnet. And she told me I had grief trapped in my leg. And she knew it happens when I was 5. I now realize that she was intuitive. And she's been eating clean for a long time. So she's in tune with nature. I love her to death. I can't wait to go back there to see her. To just tell her, because she wanted me to let her know after we did our session if anything happened. And 3 days later, I heard my dad. And I want to tell her, but I wanted so much happened after that. It was like a snowball effect. Remember, like in a cartoon where the snowball going down the hill and it started off little and then it get big and big and big. Well, when I was going through that, it just wouldn't have made sense to me. And maybe she could have helped me. I don't know, but that wasn't part of my path at the time. So that's what I've been doing with the past week. I don't know when I'm going to be able to upload this because I got locked out of my phone. I've had this phone for years, never not remembered my password. And now all of a sudden, for a whole weekend, y'all, I couldn't remember my password. So I called myself doing a reset. It was complicated. So now I don't have internet service. I can't get back into my phone like I normally would. So that had me down in the dumps because I missed 2 important phone calls. One was for my unemployment, which I'm still waiting on since last year. And the other one was for recertification for SNAP, honey. Yeah, I am not afraid to say that. When you're surrounded by people that look at you go hungry, you do what you have to do. And I was working up at the farm, but it don't have salad. I can't live off potatoes and peppers and corn and zucchini and squash. I needed fruits. I needed salad, y'all. So I wound up filing for SNAP. I know it's temporary, but I miss my phone. Last thing I did was I called one lady and, oh, she's going to call you back in 48 hours, 48 hours. Completely locked myself out my phone. And then the recertification, so hence me borrowing $20 to get some salad. I fed everybody. So that makes me sad that's anywho. I'm gonna lay it down. I've been talking for 47 minutes. So I'm gonna lay down for a bit. Finish watching my video. I will see you guys at another date and time. This is just an update for you guys. It's just an update as to what's been going on. So I hope you You guys are well. Stay true to yourself, y'all. Stay on the path. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. Oh, my head is finally, I can open my eyes a little wide, y'all. Oh my goodness, y'all just don't even know or understand. Well, maybe you do. Oh my goodness. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Yeshua. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. My pride almost didn't let me ask him to get me some goody powders, but when you got a migraine, and listen, I was already plotting and planning because I didn't know he was going to. So actually, he told me he was going, but it didn't register to me because I asked my sister, that's why. And then when she said no, then I was like, okay, this is going to be one of them times I'm going to have to go to the emergency room. And I don't like that, especially when you don't have no insurance. That's just like, okay, I'm just throwing away $2,000 just because I don't have the money or was too prideful to ask somebody to get me some. That's teaching me too. I don't like asking people for anything. And I realized why I don't like asking people for anything, because I sensed intuitively that they didn't want to give it to me. And that's just was for the people that I had around me. I sensed it intuitively. This is nothing new, because if I go back in my life and calculate, what have they done? And I'm not saying it like, because that makes me sound ungrateful, because I've been living at my sister's house and rent free almost, except for when I come into my large sums of money, I give her lump sums. So it's like, but that makes me sound ungrateful. And I'm not ungrateful. I'm very grateful for this space. I am. Because again, I could be out on the street. Who is it? Yes, sir. Do you still have that big tablet? It's dead right now. All right. I forgot what I was saying. I did forget what I was saying though. Y'all got the message though. At least I hope you do. I've always been open and honest about what I was going through with the people around me. And I thought they were open and honest with me as well, but I was mistaken. So when I needed them, because I didn't have, that's when their true intentions and emotions came out. So when people lash out at you and when people say things in anger, trust and believe that they've been waiting to say it, that they've been holding it in. So it's going to make you sad, especially if these are people that you grew up with. It could be a long-term friend. It could be your husband. It could be your boyfriend. It could be your sister. It could be your brother. It could be your mama. It could be your daddy. It could be your auntie. It could be your uncle. It could be your boss. It could be your neighbor. It could be anybody. Because spiritually, y'all are not evenly yoked. And I get what that means. All these things that I grew up hearing and thinking, oh, we evenly yoked. No, you're not spiritually. Not spiritually. And y'all actions tell if y'all are spiritually in alignment. And I knew I wasn't in, I'm not going to say it's because I wasn't thinking in terms of spiritual alignment, but I will always say, I'm not like them. I accepted people for who they were, but I didn't realize that energy intermingles, and that by me intermingling with energies that weren't like mine, I became tainted and I allowed the devil in, and I got confused and I lost sight of who I was. But here I am now, okay? And that's what I want most for everybody. is to recognize that they are love. Not that you are loved, but that you are love. You are love incarnate. When God created us, He created us to love, to help, to support each other, animals, plants, this planet. And I'm just now awakening to that. And that is what your spiritual journey is about, is awakening to the connectivity of everything. I am connected to you. You are connected to another subscriber that is tuned in. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Oh, okay. Dang. Okay. That was a good one. I'm going to come up with unique ways to subscribe, but that's if you done lasted this long. As I said, that it was 54 minutes and 4 seconds. So if you lasted this long, baby, you are already a part of the family. Go ahead and subscribe and hit that button, because you do not want to miss what God has in store for us. And I say us because you're tuned in, so that means our energies are light, are alike. Because I'm a newbie. Right now, I think I got 16 subscribers. And I'm okay with that, because I got over 100 videos. And I get that God sends me before the people I am to help, so I'll know how to help them. And so, baby, I got some lessons. I got some lessons. And because I've been journaling since I was 13, I got a lot of journals. Except for there's a section where I threw them away because one of my cats, when I was younger, put one of his gifts, a dead bird, in the box. And I was just so creeped out by it that I threw the whole box of journals away. I did. I wish I could get them back, though. I wish I could get them back. I want my journals back. Because I know I was clear then. Clear enough that I was writing down dreams, because I was dreaming all the time. I was dreaming all the way up until I was like 25, 26. I was. But I'm going to end this. It's going on an hour, y'all. 55 minutes and 58 seconds when I said that. Namaste, Ashe, Mazel Tov. I love you guys. No matter what, know that you are loved. And I know we feel alone. I know I say I feel lonely, but I know I'm never alone. Okay? I know I say that. I know I feel alone, but I know I'm never alone. I just feel lonely. And now I have this conversation with God. Like, okay, I know I got the spirits all around me, and I'm not making light of it, because they have guided me, and God has guided me, and my spiritual team has guided me, and my honorable ancestors have guided me and protected me. But I'm human, and we all want a connection. And that's what this channel is about. Ashe.